Hey, we are here for our 67th unboxing. We're just throwing out numbers now.
68?
62.
We probably won't be giving numbers after this.
I'm Eliza.
Amber.
And today is all DVDs.
Yeah.
A full box of nothing but movies, which is perfect because it's almost Christmas. And even if it doesn't actually happen, I know that what we all want is to just be lying around in our house watching movies. So that's the dream. Go ahead.
I have never heard of this. What will people say? A young girl who lives a double life. She's the perfect Pakistani daughter. But she's also a regular Norwegian teenager.
Yeah, it's a foreign movie. It takes place. I think I watched the preview for this one. It takes place both in Norway and then it's really crazy because her Pakistani family catches her with her boyfriend and then they just send her back to Pakistan. And so it got really good reviews, and I think it would be interesting from here because it's almost like it's a culture clash between two cultures that like neither one were part of. So yeah, I think people might be interested in it. Yeah. What do I have? Papillon, starring I don't know who these guys are. Wait. Charlie Hunnam and Rami Malek.
Oh, yeah, Rami Malek is the one who just played Freddie Mercury.
Okay, they both look famous to me, but I don't actually.
They're definitely very famous. Okay. Such a stylized
action-packed adventure about a safecracker from the Parisian underworld. And I feel like this was kind of like a blockbuster, even though it sounds a little bit more like independent.
I've never heard of it before.
Oh, really?
I know, these guys are really well-known actors, but
the picture on the back is kind of cool.
The other guy is from Sons of Anarchy, I think.
Oh, okay.
Huh. I haven't seen any of it. I just know things. Kin. This looks vaguely familiar.
It says from the producers of Stranger Things, but I'm never sure what that means from the,
I don't really know what to think of it. It's obviously some kind of sci-fi. Someone's released from prison and wants to reconnect with his adopted brother. Oh, superpowered weapons, heroes. So yeah, like a sci-fi.
Looks like something that is maybe marketed for the whole family, like older teens and adults. Kind of.
Maybe. A lot of new things here.
The Children Act, based on the novel by Ian McEwan, a very popular novelist, and this sounds like a pretty intense book because it is about the book is about a woman who's a judge who has to rule on the case of a teenage boy with religious convictions that prevent him from accepting blood transfusions that will save his life. So basically, she's ruling on whether he can kill himself effectively, and it looks like, oops, go away. It looks like they brought in Emma Thompson for the role, which seems like a really good role for her because she's just awesome at things like that.
Sounds like something that Jodi Picoult would have written.
Yeah, right? No, but it was Ian McEwan. But it does seem like a Jodi Picoult type of drama.
Law and family and all that. The Good Fight, Season 2.
Somewhere in here we have Season 1. Uh-oh.
Season 1 and 2? Is that Season 1?
Mm-hmm.
So I think this has gotten really good reviews. It's all women leads, which I think was a big deal, right?
Wow, the plot is kind of complicated.
Politics.
Yeah.
And
lawyers, drama.
I've never seen it.
Lots of money.
Obviously, I don't think either of us has seen it, but come see it.
But if you're looking to start a new TV series, this is only 2 seasons in, and it's getting really good reviews, and there were tons of holds on it, so people really want it.
Yeah. I see a good one there.
Am I going? Is this me?
Yeah.
Oh, The Cakemaker. And even though this has a illustrated cover, it's not like a cartoon. It's an actual, there's real people in it.
Oh, that really threw me off.
I did too. I wasn't sure. And it is It looks kind of amazing, especially if you're into baking, because the main character is a German baker who makes these like amazing cakes and cookies. He's here on the back. There's lots of shots of him baking. And then he falls in love with a man who comes to Berlin on business trips. And then an Israeli man, and then that man dies. And then he goes to Israel to find his family. So there's like a lot of like cross-cultural food stuff.
Sounds really intense.
And also a lot of sex. Just like bacon and sex. I know, like the preview was racy. So yeah.
I mean,
so
it's not kind of like
not the Great British Bake Off.
Don't go into it thinking that. Okay.
No.
This is the one that. Okay.
Yes. Oh yes.
So Eliza just recommended this to me, and I watched it in a matter of days on Netflix.
Here's the second season.
The Good Place. I haven't finished the second season yet. It is so funny. It's so much funnier than I thought it would be. I don't
think in recent times there's been a TV show where I watched the first episode and then after that it was just like nothing else matters in my life. I must just like every second I can possibly keep watching.
And there aren't so many shows that I actually like really laugh out loud. I think Community was the last one that I really got into. Yeah. This is just really good. And not what you'd expect at all.
Yeah, we won't tell you about the plot, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, computer. Crazy Rich Asians, which I was so going to go see in the theaters and then I never did, but I'm really excited about this one. It's based on the very fun novel, which we actually did for book club, and it's about a Chinese-American woman who starts dating this guy from Singapore, and it turns out he is crazy rich.
It was a decent, I mean, it's just a rom-com. It's kind of exactly what you'd expect, but they're good actors, and it's nice to see like how really crazy rich people might live. Destination Wedding. I don't know anything about it, but it has Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder, so it can't be all bad.
It's basically about two sort of bitter single people who end up sort of like paired together at a destination wedding because nobody else wants them. And they're like the two solo people. Oh. And the reviews were a little mixed, but I think that happens a lot with romantic comedies. Like, but I think if you're just looking,
if you know what you're getting into.
Yeah. Like maybe it's not going to be like a great art, but you know, I bet it will be funny. Blindspotting. Oh, this is about a guy who only has 3 more days on his parole and he has to stay out of trouble. But he has a friend who is a bad influence.
So a comedy, probably. It seems like it would be pretty funny.
It says powerful, funny, and intense.
And
intense.
Just gonna grab this. The Crown second season. I think I've seen it. I think we're waiting for the 3rd season to premiere on Netflix. Yeah. It's so good. And Claire Foy, I think this is the last season with her in it.
Oh, wow.
I think they switched because the Queen ages so much, they get another actress for season 3. But she is such an incredible actress, especially when you see her playing in other movies as like totally different characters. She can just do everything. So really good. And I'm not crazy about historical TV, but this was really good.
Another copy of Crazy Rich Asians and The Meg, which is a sort of horror movie involving a shark and has Jason Statham, Rainn Wilson. But I think he's the main guy. And yep.
I saw that in the theaters. I'm not too proud to say that. And it was just like a big action movie with like crazy sharks, and
I think like with a romantic comedy, it didn't actually get the best reviews, but yeah. Yep.
Alpha. This one, I don't really, looks like the wilderness is harsh and unforgiving. Oh, it's set in the last ice age.
Yeah, it's about a caveman and his relationship with a wolf. Wait, can I see the cover? When I bought this, there were like 2 different covers. I like this one. Yeah, I can't remember. There was one I really liked and one I was like, but I like this one. This is him on a cliff with his wolf. Yeah, it's definitely different. Final score.
Action. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say it's action.
Yep, action stuff. Deadly terrorists, a soccer match. Mass destruction.
missiles. Who knows? Juliet, do you want to do this? You do this one because I really don't know anything about it.
Oh, well, because I read the book years ago, and then when I saw the movie was coming out, I was like, oh, I'll read the book again. So I'm reading it now, and it is really funny and cute. But also the movie just looks so funny because the three actors are Rose Byrne, Ethan Hawke, and Chris O'Dowd. And basically it's about a woman who's been in sort of like a dying relationship for years with a man who's really obsessed with this sort of forgotten rock star. And then they break up and she meets the rock star. So I don't know.
So is it funny?
I feel like my pitch failed on Amber, but it's really funny.
Okay.
The book is really funny. Yeah, and Nick Hornby, it's based on a novel by Nick Hornby, and Nick Hornby is just like...
Is he the one from New Girl? Is he an actor?
No. He wrote About a Boy, High Fidelity. They were made into movies. Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll see it. You hear them when they're loose. I don't like that.
There's a lot of them in this one that are loose.
This one's called Puzzle. This actually looks really interesting. I personally love puzzles, and it's about a woman who starts spending time doing things for herself, like
with puzzling. And I also like movies where people just get really obsessed with things.
I really love that. I'm totally a puzzle lady.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's also like a really different pitch for a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this.
Hopefully it doesn't fall flat.
MDMA, and this is set in the 1980s, and it's by director Angie Wang, and it's about women who start synthesizing ecstasy.
Yeah, that's another name for ecstasy, I think, is MDMA.
Yeah.
So is it like a documentary or just
no, I think it's like a dramatic movie about like how obviously if you start making drugs and selling them, it makes your life more complicated. If anybody saw Breaking Bad,
I actually only saw the first episode.
I didn't watch Breaking Bad because it's too violent, but I just feel like in general it has effects.
So searching, I wanted to see this, and I'm interested to see if John Cho, I think that's him, if he can do like serious. Because
I was a little surprised to see him cast in that.
Yeah,
because he's usually a funny guy.
But it's about his daughter goes missing, and he tries to find her, and in his search, she's like not at all what he thought she was.
His daughter?
I thought it was his 16-year-old daughter.
It seems crazy that John Chow is now old enough to have a 16-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
That makes me feel like I'm getting old. The new Star Trek Discovery. I'm not actually like a super big Trekkie myself, but this the new series has gotten good reviews.
I didn't even know there's a new one out. I really liked The Next Generation.
Oh, that was the only one really I ever watched when I was a kid. I really loved that one. I mean, it looks cool on the back. You can see lots of different people. Some, not all of them human.
And last one is Dog Days. Oh, well, they actually have like an interesting cast.
Yeah.
There's Vanessa Hudgens, Adam Pally, who is from Mindy Project, who I really liked. He's hilarious. Eva Longoria and Nina Dobrev. She's from the Vampire Diaries, and she's okay. She's a good actress. It's just a group of strangers intertwine.
I think they all have
with dogs. Like dogs. It's a dog thing.
I think it's another like romantic comedy.
Probably.
Yeah. But that's what you need, like when the family's all together, or not, if you're just home by yourself and you just want something light.
Or laugh and cry and whatever.
Yeah. All the emotions will come out.
That was a long video.
Sorry, we didn't have that many DVDs, but we talked about them a lot. So
see you later.
There you go. Bye.